Alright everybody, welcome to already the next stream of Science Galore. The mod pack with 36 new science packs added to Vanilla Factorio. So let's see where we are at. We have blue science automated, which is what we did yesterday, as well as put efficiency modules and everything to get rid of a little bit of the size of our pollution cloud. So yeah, we need to design a new lab area, because this lab area is now obsolete. We cannot add more than the 19 different science packs which are being fed into this into these labs. So I think we're gonna go on a rampage a little bit first, take out some biters so we can design in peace without interruptions. Because if an expansion occurs, they will start attacking the base. So let's go pick up all our pre-made rockets. I don't think we're gonna use all of them. We did get the explosion damage upgrade. We cannot further increase damage just yet. I think they were maybe first gonna pop down south and just clear up some of these smaller nests. Then take on the big one and then clear up some up here. The biters are gonna be shot down by the gun turrets and I'm gonna take out the nests myself with my rocket launcher. That is the plan. Alright. Looks like we need only 2 rockets. Oh, it's the first big biter kill. Nice. Looks like we only need 2 rockets for a nest and we can basically snipe the nests. Then the flow of biters stops. Small worm. 1 rocket. Medium worm. Also 2 rockets. Oh, this is gonna be easy. I think this is gonna be a pretty viable way to take out biters for quite a while. Even the big biters. 2 big biters got killed by the gun turrets. Okay, let's try to snipe the nests. And then we'll run back. I don't have... This is a playthrough without fish to heal, so I only will heal after each battle. So I have to be a little bit careful with my hit points. Okay, this does look fairly easy though. Alright, it's nice to see that the base is at least somewhat stable again. Last time we doubled the iron mine. We have 2 yellow belts of iron coming in now. We have a new belt of coal. And we are basically on our last copper though. 24k. We're feeding from the chests here. We have more copper in these chests. 33k. Than we have left in the mine. 24k. So yeah, 50k copper. So I guess copper is gonna be next. Let's walk through the acid and see if we survive. Okay, we do survive. But not for a very long time. That is quite painful. So avoid big worm spit at all cost. Alright. That is fairly clear. How is copper? Meanwhile. Yeah, meanwhile we are no longer smelting a full belt of copper. Just about all of our starting ore has run out. 1.7k coal. 21k copper and some tidbits of stone. I could actually... Looks like yeah, we're soon gonna have copper and stone problems. Here we have completely... The biters like need 2 consecutive expansions to expand into the cloud. It is actually true of my entire pollution cloud except for this little tidbit at the oil here. I guess we do want to clear out these nests not too far into the future, but I think we're first gonna improve the base a bit. Alright, I'm just gonna redistribute the copper manually. And then I can use the other one for stone. I guess that will start stashing stone in these chests. Let's balance this on both sides. And then we can do input priority from the mine. So now we are extracting everything from the stone mine as well. I think it is. I think we need to get the new mines, man. We don't have the resources anymore. Yeah, I think we're gonna go just this stone mine, perhaps this copper mine. This one is a little bit located too dangerous in terms of pollution. This one is located much better. Especially there's lots of trees around here, which helps a lot. Okay, now we need to find where are we gonna transport copper back. Alright, so that was copper. Another 32 mines for stone. I think I'm also gonna need some more mines up here. The point why we need to start mining uranium early is because we need uranium for science. And that is a big problem. We just... not the dark green rocks, no. No. We need one uranium-235, the very rare ones, of which people spend ages collecting 40 to be able to start off that Coverx enrichment, which allows you to get more, which you don't really need in vanilla unless you want nukes. Here we are gonna need the 235 for science, which means we are gonna need the Coverx enrichment to reliably produce a steady amount of them. But the problem is, you only get 45 science packs, so let's say 50 after productivity bonus. And then you need 1500 science packs 28 to unlock the actual Coverx enrichment, which allows you to make more. So not only do you need to save up 40 of those to start doing this early in the game, because if you just spend your uranium-235 on the science pack, you're just gonna run out. It's as simple as that. You need this to support this science pack. So we need 40 of those to start up this process, plus we need another 30 to actually research the technology, because that requires the uranium science pack. And of course we also want nuclear power, and that's another 16 uranium-235 to research nuclear power itself. So before we even have our first fuel cell, and before we even can automate science pack 28 truly, we already need like 16, 46, like 100 or so, close to 100 uranium-235. So we're gonna need to start mining this up soon. 100,000 ore gives us 70. So we need to mine more than 100,000 uranium ore to get 70 shiny rocks. So like we need to mine up a quarter of this entire patch with the 24 miners, which is a very small amount. That's gonna take a long time to mine up 150,000 uranium ore. That's gonna mean we're gonna need extra oil earlier though, because I think our oil reserves already were dwindling anyway. And if we're gonna mine... man, how do I get through here? If we're gonna mine uranium... we're gonna use up a lot of oil, because every single uranium ore is gonna require 1 sulfuric acid. Yeah, to get the 150,000 we need... Mamma mia. Okay, now we just need to connect sulfuric acid, and we need to build these centrifuges basically. I think we're just gonna build them along here. I'm just gonna leave those here for later. Once we have the recipe unlocked, we can do the enrichment thing. And we're gonna have an output belt. We need the efficiency modules in here as well. We should mine green ore with green modules for extra shiny greenness. Okay, that should start up uranium. The mines start to go. Let's see how long it takes. Place your bets. How long will it take? How many uranium-238 are we gonna produce before we produce the first uranium-235? All the normal ones go on the top. We can connect that to the bus. Looks like 42 and 69 are already gonna be fails. We're already at 75. So on average you would expect one every 130, 140-ish rocks, I guess. 142, 800, 233 to the power of 3 years. I hope not. I'm gonna guess we're gonna be below the average though. Let's see where we're at already. I think the 142 crew has lost already. We are below average. Bad streamer luck confirmed. So what am I gonna do with this? I'm not sure yet. So why is this still a... Okay, there it is. Game speed down. Production tab. 177! Which is the stack inserter and the stack filter inserter. That's gears, green chips, electronic circuits, fast inserters. And then it's also regular inserters. That's going to be a chain like normal inserter into fast, into stack filter inserter. So that's going to be fun. Right, this Science Pack 19, which we just unlocked, poison capsules and slowdown capsules. Science Pack 20, the modular armor Science Pack. Just going to lay those out as far as I can, and the portable solar panel. That requires normal solar panels. These we can just make from raw resources, the same ones actually. So that's just going to be splittered between this or something. Alright, Science Pack 21 is researched as well. It's the last one. That is all 3 module types. So let's do speed, productivity, efficiency. I didn't plan to put modules on the bus. These are just for personal use and to make module trees later and stuff. So I think we're just gonna produce them here on the spot. 15 seconds to create one module, but the Science Pack takes 25 seconds, so one assembler of each still should be good. Alright, the reason I'm doing this now, thanks Tom, choo choo. I want to find out where Science Pack 28 is gonna go. There's 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's gonna be 28. I cannot select it yet, but let's do this. And that's gonna require these shiny green rocks. So I'm going to draw this belt out to here. And I think I'm just gonna collect the uranium in chests over here. Instead of doing it where normal people do it, like at the refineries. For now, until we have a better system, let's output priority the shiny green rocks over here. And then I guess we'll start putting it into... Let's go steel chests. What is it? Like the second hour of the game? It is already 18.5 hours in and I'm still using iron chests like a noob. I knew it. I saw it on the chat, Zoloboy, that it was you. I still have the automatic reflex to look on the map view whenever I hear that sound. Then, this is going to be 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36. Man, the cliffs are really cooperating this game, aren't they? It's the last one which fits. I think I have enough centrifuges. The thing is, I could actually use productivity in the centrifuges to get 8% more. I could do that actually. That would speed it up by 8% by just having more centrifuges active and using productivity modules. But it also would increase my power draw, which I don't really want at the moment. I'm not gonna put speed modules in the miners. That's gonna bump it up to like 25 pollution per miner, where now it's at like 2. So yeah, that is not really achievable. If you look at our entire pollution output, we have like 700 a minute or so. So by 700 pollution a minute is this pollution cloud right here. So if we would bump this up to like 25, it would basically double our entire pollution output just by putting speed modules in the uranium miners. The entire base is producing as much pollution as 24 miners with speed modules. So that is how effective those things are. Those efficiency modules. So this cloud would be twice as big. We would need to take out more biters. We would need more radar vision around as well. I think this is going to be good for now. We have plenty of things to do. I just needed to get started on this early so that we wouldn't run into that bottleneck later on. I'm really glad I caught that. Okay, so I have 36 science packs, right? I want a 36 belt wide array. Alright, so what I want: 36 science packs feeding into labs like so. and copied and copied. Still not there. And copied. Here is science pack 1. So this. Okay, let's take the first one. Let's go all the way even further. All the way like that. All of this is gonna be belts. Man, this is insane. Holy moly. Yeah, and I think we're gonna have to be building this without bots because we cannot... Or can I unlock bots? Maybe I can unlock bots. It looks like we can with just 15. Oh man, I should be doing that. Okay, so I cannot get the personal roboport, but I can get a personal roboport, if you know what I mean. I'll just carry this around, plop it down, throw construction bots in, throw whatever I want them to build in a chest, and they can go build it. That's gonna be my personal construction bot system for this playthrough, because the actual thing is locked behind science pack 29, even behind uranium science and even further. So that is not gonna happen anytime soon. I want a full belt of every science pack type. So for now we have been combining them 2 on a belt, but I want a full belt of every science pack type. Science pack type 1 is going to have the longest belt and is also the cheapest, so it won't cost too much to fill up. Science pack 36 is going to have a very short belt. That is the idea behind this. Alright. The entire base just disappears at the size of this thing almost. That's gonna be insane. I wonder if I can fill all of that up with science packs. That is a lot of belts to fill with a lot of science packs, man. Let's count. It's not even complete yet, right? But it's already 6,000 belts. We still need only 4 more items on here. So we need these 4 items on the bus, and we need yellow and purple signs. Yeah, I'm gonna end it though. Now we're gonna have to figure out how to fit how to fit this. That's not even all. We're gonna have 7 more belts, like so perhaps. We're gonna need to figure out how to fit this into this. That's gonna be a fun exercise for next time.
Later that day.
Guess who's back? Back again. We have unfinished business here. So one thing we could do before... I guess we could build a stone mine. Just quickly build a stone mine. We are out of stone. Completely, basically. We'll first do the stone mine and then we will do the interesting tidbit over here. This is an interesting stone patch. Let's see if we can plan it out with using the minimum amount of landfill. We'll start off by doing this. There's 24. Yeah, let's not overthink this. This stream is not about placing miners. We are gonna do the science. We're gonna figure out a lab setup this stream if it kills me or not. Stone belt under the stone rocks. That does look kinda thematic, so we can do that. Right, so this is copper. Where does that end up? At the base. Zoop. Can we just go above? I think we can just go above and flip it in over here. That should start it up. I guess let's draw stone in here. Alright, now the base is actually looking not bad. We've got actually an ore patch of every single type hooked up. We've got a belt of copper over here. We just did the belt of stone. A belt of coal over here. And 2 belts of iron over there. So 1 of each of the 4 basic resources have been hooked up. We have the oil source here. These tanks are getting low, so we probably need to connect an external oil patch soon as well. Well, I guess we don't need to do that just quite yet. I think we can first figure out the lab setup. How do you even approach something like this? Alright, so we have 36 science packs for Science Galore. We have two options basically. Option 1 I laid out like in the first hour or so. For some reason, instead of building a base, I decided to go work on like the end game science setup. So let's take a look at this. I kinda don't want to do this, but maybe we will have to if what I'm having in mind is turning out not to be fast enough. We may have to switch. We can basically belt weave with the three different type of belts. We can use the individual belt speeds to weave 6 different types of science packs onto one blue belt. I can do that without any circuit magic, but that would mean I would need to rotate the belt. The belt would have to just go all the way around, and it would have to be resplit onto these 3 belts over here to and stashed in chest as well. It's a little bit it's not completely fail proof, I don't think, actually. So don't really want to think more about this at the moment, but this would allow us to get like 6 different science packs on one belt, which means we could get like 36 different science packs on both sides. All the Science Galore science packs could be on the sides of the lab, and then we would have the normal science coming in from the bottom, the vanilla science, space science from the top, and then just filter inserters to only take those science packs up and down. So only in one direction. That would probably work. The setup which I want to try first is a little bit different. It's basically a lot more brute force. It basically involves just shoving all the science in the labs. Like so. And then we'll just like combine that like a little bit. And eventually we'll just build a loop of labs, which is all being fed from the sides, from all of these labs over here. This is a very good infographic, don't you agree? Okay, so the science is just being collected from the side, shoved into these labs. These are the actual researching labs. These are just the collecting and mixing labs. And we could put beacons in the middle as well. I just don't know if all of these labs with inserters between them have to pass off up to 43 different science packs through the entire system, if the inserter speed is going to be fast enough to keep up with like more than 1 science per minute. That we're going to have to test. So yeah, I don't know yet. Let's first figure out where exactly we would build this. I think that would be fun, like a crossing over the science. I'm not really sure yet about this. So here 3 different science packs come in. We can use 2 inserters to transfer it further. This lab can also do 2 inserters like so. And this lab can do 2 inserters, so that is good. How about if we then combine it into 1 like so? It is kinda bad because that's only 1 inserter per lab, so that is not ideal. So let's say we would just copy this all the way to the end. This is actually 7 science packs. There is 9 entry slots, so this could actually be aligned properly. I thought I would have to move this one down to make a 2 wide part here as well, but I mean, this is like symmetric, so symmetric is good. That is why I just made these substations, so I can power all of those guys. So these have quite a wide range. I can actually fit them between here as well. With the green science setup. The green chip setup, so that is good. So probably I'm gonna want to have sort of a lab setup that looks like so. About that size. Second stage could feed directly in the main research loop. Right, so we have 5 of these. That is not a power of 2, so we cannot keep combining that easily into like equal amount of labs. But yeah, we could actually line this lab setup up with the middle one. Like so. Just cut one off the top. Again. Like so. And this could be like our main research loop. Where the science packs just keep going around and around and around. Let's actually get some power down up here. Now I can place 2 inserters from this lab as well. 2 from this, 2 from this. 3 from this one even. That is going into nowhere. 2 from here, 2 from here. I can place 2 inserters on each of these labs except the outer ones. So I guess I should be doing this. Now all of the labs have at least 2 inserters to feed stuff into the main loop. That seems like a good idea. 40 colors on one belt is also possible. You can do basically anything you want with circuit magic. But in my opinion, using circuit magic on belts is like just using bots but more complicated. You can basically do anything you want with using circuits, as well as using requester chests for bots. You can specify exactly what you want, that kind of stuff. I'm going to try to keep it all pure mechanical madness. No bots, no circuits. I will allow like a simple wire condition, like measuring the level of a fluid tank or something, like for oil cracking, but that's about it. No combinators or nothing. Top lab 1 inserter. Yeah, this one has to move out 1 as well. Like so. And how many labs do we have to research? 26. That is more than we have over here. Here we have 22. Okay, construction bots are finished. That is great news. I did not automate any bot stuff yet though, so let's not over dramatize the great news effect. So the question is, should I use like stack inserters all the way through, or should I like do something like so? All of these inserters swing at different speeds. You can see that here. The functionality of having 3 different speeds is that they won't be grabbing, they won't be trying to grab science packs at the same tick. So they won't be grabbing the same science pack all of the time. Since they will try to pick up science pack at different ticks because of their different swing rates. It could be beneficial to have that. Of course, that is a lot slower than just having this or this. So I think we'll just have to experiment with that, how that is gonna look. I think this is gonna be it actually. I thought I would have to do some more designing, but I think I'm just gonna build this. I'm not really gonna test it, I don't think. This is not like such an official playthrough that I need to test out stuff. It won't ask for more science packs. Eventually it should stop, I think. I don't know, I never built a setup like this before. Let's just put productivity ones in the inner loop, which are going to be the actual researching labs. Alright. I guess that is kind of done then. Alright, I think maybe as an experiment we can try putting the first science pack all the way out there. It's going to be science pack 1. Alright, now we're going to build this belt all the way out to the end, and that's going to be the first science belt completed. If I would have to guess if this would work, processing 30 science per minute, I would bet on no, to be honest. I think there's just gonna be too much inserter stuff going around. Yeah, it does look nice, all the science packs coming down now. Okay, so it's gonna look something like so. If you zoom in, you see the numbers. I just don't have enough resources incoming to mass produce like 15 different science packs. It's a little bit... that's what's the case. That's why I want to get started in backing up these science packs. I am not clicky enough. Maybe just print it like one of those old style dot matrix printers. I'm slowly going crazy. I think it's the mod's fault. Yeah, this cliff is gonna have to go as well. Okay, this is where this is gonna stop. We're gonna make cliff explosives. We're gonna make bots, a roboport. Alright, so rockets. Let's check. We need 4 rockets for 8 terraforming science packs. This takes 16 seconds to craft. A rocket takes 8 seconds, but we need 4 of them. So that would mean we need 2 rocket assemblers. And 1 cliff explosive one, so maybe let's move that over here. Copy it here, that's 2. Who thought it was a good idea to play this mod? It was me. Nobody even asked me about this mod, I just started to play it. It's my own fault, there's nobody else involved. I guess I could blame Dog Jade. I saw his first video on his playthrough of Science Galore and I thought, whoa, that looks interesting. I want to try that for myself. I'm kinda wishing I never saw that video. Nothing negative about Dog Jade's playthrough. But this mod is kinda over the top a little bit, won't you say? Let's stop rocket production. I think we built enough rockets over here. Looks alright. I think we did it. So okay, now we have this part filled in the bus. So this is all the stuff we need to draw off the bus in the northern direction. Now we can just puzzle out what goes here. That's a whole lot less official. I just draw stuff from wherever I can, basically. I think we should actually just enable this since we want to have bots anytime soon. We already researched construction bots a while ago. I just need to connect the lubricant. And that should be it. Right. Nice. And let's see if they actually end up where they should end up. Right, it's working. That's gonna be the first bot frame. Let's make 2 of those personal roboports. A new type of personal roboports. The poor man's personal roboport. So we also need like 1 storage chest or something. And since we researched logistics bots, we for now can just store those in our trash slots. And we can just pull them out whenever we want. Now we just gotta wait for some bot frames to be finished. And then we can actually fill those roboports with bots and have them build, let's say, this blob of belts for us, right? Okay, back to the bottom side of the base. Let's go fix that. Let's do a temporary blue chip build. So we can make the power armor at least. Okay, get some productivity modules in there while I still can. Before it starts. That's gonna give us 8% more. So that should be like 432, I guess. Let's continue designing all this stuff. We need explosives. We need iron and coal, and we need... Oh no, we don't need steel anymore. We already stole steel from over there. So that is just explosives and iron and coal. I think that is automated. It would be great if we could just add copper on here, on this belt. Oh, that is the science pack already. I missed a moment. This is the 20 hours 37, the first terraforming science pack. Obviously. Holy moly. That only took 7 hours after the last one. That does not spell good news for the rest of this mod. Though I think we can actually do a whole bunch of them in a row now. Here we just need copper and then just iron and batteries, and we have science pack 17 as well. Green chips, iron plates. I just cannot resist, man. It is right here in front of me. How can I resist? Insert for iron. And that should be science pack 17. As soon as these solar panels are ready. Right, next one. 2044. We're getting there. We're gonna get another bunch of those done. Okay, that is still full. How is our oil supply? Yeah, we are kinda out of oil though. We're at the point of running out of oil. So I guess we're gonna need new oil field soon. We're gonna need to deal with some biter expansions again as well. We can all do that next time. Now it's time for this one. Looks complicated. Is it complicated? I don't know. Maybe it is complicated. Again, iron. Green chips. Iron gears. That's basically everything. And then red chips for this guy. That makes these. We just are not making stack inserters because we are lacking red chips. We're gonna solve that in a little bit. For now I'm just gonna throw a couple in there so we can start making the first bulk transfer science packs. Also known as Science Pack 18 for people who don't want to remember 36 different science packs names. I think there's also an option that you can enable random recipes. And if you do that, you can get nuclear reactors as an ingredient, I guess. It works some sort of a points-based cost system. It generates random recipes. Alright, this one is gonna be easy because the recipe for poison capsules is the same as for slowdown capsule. Coal and iron can come like so. That should be science pack 19. Okay, how long does that take? Only 5 seconds. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need fast inserters here as well then. That's expensive, man. We only get 2 science packs out of that as well. Well, here it goes, first one. It's not even connected to anything yet. Right, that should be Science Pack 20 automated. We're getting them in quick succession now. Oh, we need 4 of those guys. Oh, we need 4 of those guys. Okay, well it takes 120 seconds to make 50 Science Packs. So at least we get a good deal of Science Packs for our full modular armor. Now with all these Science Packs automated, we definitely are going to be at a resource deficit. So after making the next Science Pack number 21 already on the list, it is definitely going to be time for some more resource acquisition. Oh, look at that busting, man. Starting to partially fill up. Some of these are backed up already. First modular armor science is there as well. That's the last science pack for this session, I imagine. Right, it's not yet fully backed up. It's mostly backed up though. At one moment you don't have any new science packs for 7 hours, and then you just automate 6 of them within 45 minutes. That is how it goes in Science Galore. We will go check out how many shiny green rocks we already have. What time we should have it? 23 hours 15 minutes, so we are 4 hours in. No, 3 hours in and 2 hours at least left to go, according to my calculation. Let's go look in the chest. 44. Normally that would be enough to start off Covarex. 40 pieces. Except now we already need 30 pieces to research the Covarex enrichment technology. Now we're gonna want another 16. Oh, we don't have 16 to research nuclear power. Then we gotta make some fuel cells. And then we gotta save up 40 uranium-235 to start off Covarex enrichment. That is why we need so many of them. Can look the ratio. I think we got way less than we were supposed to get. Chance is 0.7%. So for 1% of 7400, 49 and 3, 52. We were supposed to get around 52. So we are about 8 pieces behind due to bad RNG. I don't know what the standard deviation is on that, but that seems quite a large deviation for a pretty large sample size, like refining 8,000 pieces of uranium. I don't know how to calculate that quickly, so if someone in chat is more mathematically gifted, perhaps they can enlighten us what the chance is that we gotten only 44 or less uranium-235 out of like 8,000 cycles. Yeah, I'm due to get 8 now. If only it would work like that. Alright, some cliffs don't have options. We're gonna just remove this one entirely. I want to remove this one as well. It's just in the way and it's not. Alright, here's the trick. I haven't tried this out before. But let's say you have only one cliff explosive and you want to blow up this entire cliff. Do you think it's possible? I mean, cliff explosives have this kind of range, but the explosion is quite small. Like if I throw here, just a little bit explodes. right? You need to throw a lot of them. You may have caught that when I exploded these cliffs, suddenly there was a red deconstruction mark on one of the cliffs, because that cliff suddenly could not exist, because cliffs have the stupidest hitboxes. In all of Factorio, these have the weirdest hitboxes. I can draw a belt next to the cliff border, but then here it hits the cliff. That means if I throw a cliff explosives on this edge, this part of the cliff will disappear, and this edge will try to spawn here, but it can't because there's a belt there. So it just removes the next part of the cliff, and so on and so on and so on, until it cannot, until it can finally spawn there. So if I throw a cliff explosive here, this entire cliff should disappear until this point, I think. Let's try that out. And it's gone. I bet you didn't know that. Let's go! Personal report achieved. Look at that wave. Nice. Alright, now I'm done. I achieved what I wanted to achieve today. Which is puzzling out the final endgame lab setup. Alright, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.